guys, it's John here, and as promised, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to build an ADA style cabinet. I've built a few of them before. There's plenty of different ways that you can go about doing it, so I'm going to put it together in the easiest way possible to give you guys an idea on how you can build your own at home. Alright, so I'm going to throw a couple examples up on the screen of different ADA style cabinets that I've built in the past. The first one you're seeing there, it's finished in a metallic silver Formica. That was for a 100-gallon aquarium I had a few years back. And the second picture that you're seeing coming up on the screen is the ADA 60p cabinet. And that one's just in a jet black Formica. So I'm going to put up on the screen some of the different materials that can be used to build this cabinet here. Alright, so let's start with the wood. The Pure Bond oak hardwood ply is what I decided to use. You can also use the aspen or the birch. They would work just as well. You could even use a lower grade ply. This is just what I decided to use. Next, what you'll need is a mock-up design of the actual stand that you're going to be creating. It's going to have a top, bottom, left and right side. Depending on how big it is, you might need a middle brace and a back. Now, they're all going to vary in size depending on what you decide to do, so keep that in mind. I use number 10 2.5-inch screws for this build because it is rather large and I just feel a little bit more comfortable with having the larger screws. You're going to need a biscuit joiner and some number 20 biscuits. For those of you who don't know what a biscuit joiner is, it's just a method of connecting two pieces of wood with a biscuit. It just creates a stronger joint, but honestly, screws would do you just as well. I also use Titebond 3 wood glue. I use this glue because it's actually waterproof and it's worked out very well for me in the past. And for the finish, instead of Formica, today we're going to go with a high quality paint and primer mixture. It's by the company Bear. It's just a satin black, and I find that it's going to do just as well of a job for what I'm trying to do here. Now, to attach the doors to the cabinet, I always use Euro hinges. You can pick up a pair for about 15 bucks. I've got 2 pairs here. If you feel inclined, you can also buy a wood stain for inside of the cabinet. I decided I wouldn't this time. Maybe I'll change my mind in the future. So you're also going to need a hole saw. The hole saw is used to cut the holes on either side of the cabinet for the aquarium filtration to come through. You're also going to need some wood filler, of course, to cover up any holes from the screws that you're going to be drilling, and last but not least, a pilot drill to get your holes started for the screws. Alright, so let's go ahead and roll the video and we'll show you how it's done. After you make your cuts, feel free to sand down all of the edges. Mark your cuts and adjust the biscuit joiner to your desired height. Applying a small amount of glue to the biscuit, slot it into the joint. Once the glue is dried, you can now place all the pieces together with ease like a puzzle. Attach each piece of the cabinet with screws after you've made your pilot holes, making sure you don't drill through your biscuits in the process. Take a moment to sand out any imperfections you may find after you drill. Using your wood filler, fill in any gaps or screw holes you may have created to ensure a smooth finish. After we finish sanding the wood filler, let's head inside to get started on the final finish. Using as little paint as possible and with gentle and even strokes, we can apply the first coat of paint. After letting your first coat dry for approximately 1 hour, go ahead and throw on a second coat. Using the hole saw, I created 2 holes on each sides of the cabinet and 1 in the back for the electrical. You can also put in a furniture grommet in the hole for a nicer, cleaner finished look. Carefully following the Euro hinge instructions, we begin by creating a hole for the hinge using a Euro drilling jig. Measure twice, drill once. Alright guys, so we've reached the end of our video on the DIY ADA Cabinet Aquarium Stand build. If you like what you saw, please leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.